Welcome to Company Showcase, an advertising feature on HowStreet.com.
I'm Jim Goddard. I'm speaking with Larry Reaugh, CEO and President of American Manganese. Welcome back to the show, Larry.
Well, Jim, it's always great to be there.
Larry, some more interesting stuff from the world of recycling.
Yeah, well, the press is coming out, that's for sure. We were kind of the Lone Ranger out there talking about recycling. Things that they're talking about now, we were talking about 2 years ago and being shot down on by, various investment letters and people following the industry. But that's changing. And, now I'm getting concerned from shareholders about how our patents are protected. And once you get issued a patent, that means that, or you're approved on a patent, that means that nobody can use or utilize any of your intelligence to build their own plant. Because what's the good of a patent if somebody could? So I just want to assure everybody that we're well protected in that regard. It's an exciting time for us. We've had a couple of visits to the plant already, and even a third-party visit. There's real interest in what we're doing. We're talking to bigger automobile companies. Recently, we've been talking to them, and we couldn't get an appointment with them 2 months ago. So it's exciting for us and the shareholders. It seems like a long time, but in reality, when you're looking at research and intellectual properties, it's a short period of time. And we can see the light at the end of the tunnel, and I'm sure the shareholders are starting to feel that way as well. So I just wanted to, soothe any anxious feelings about our patents. And there's nobody else has applied for any patents recently. There's been a few patents that have been applied for and granted to that do not cover the full scope. And there's going to be more and more people. It's going to get to be crowded. And people wonder, well, gee, is somebody going to come along with something better? Well, yeah, perhaps, but I don't see that happening for a few years. And but how can you beat out 100% recoveries? That's pretty difficult to do. We know what our reagent costs are; they're very low, and we could actually feel that we can lower those costs. So I think we're going to be a big player in the market. Is there going to be other players? Well, let's look at a report that I just read here a couple of days ago, and it's from the battery recycling, and it's talking about a $17 billion market is what it's really talking about by 2027. That's a lot of money. If you try to put that in perspective, that's 17 billion. That's 54 mines operating at 500 and producing $500 million worth of product a year. That's how big that market is. Now, mind you, it also includes the lead-acid batteries, but the ones that the recycling is going to overtake and be most profitable is going to be the EV, the lithium-ion batteries. So 17 billion with a CAGR of 24% from 2018 to 2027. What do I see? I see a big future. What else do I see? Well, I see there's room for everybody, even for technologies that may not be as efficient as ours. But if you want cradle-to-grave solutions, you should, contact the company, because that's where we're headed. We're headed for cradle-to-grave solutions, total circular economy. The environment is the first concern, and now we are in the process of saying, hey, how much money could be made off of this, and that's what the pilot plant's all about. We'll be able to work out some final numbers on OPEX and the actual building of the plant, and we got some rough numbers out there. I hope we've erred on the side of caution, so that they're greater than we anticipate. But all I can say is that, everybody is that we are really in the driver's seat for the time being. Now, another concern is the new types of batteries that are being talked about. Well, all I know about battery manufacturing is that everybody's tooled up for lithium-ion batteries, and any new battery technology is going to take a few years to commercialize, and then you have to look at what are you going to do about your existing facilities. Well, if it's a total new solution that's not even using the cathode materials that we are, then that means that multi-billions of dollars of reinvestment into the battery manufacturing. So, lithium-ion works, and it's proven. It only came into being in the last 4, 5, or 6 years for EV cars, and now it's taking off. And it's been a long process in getting there. I think at the first time it was ever lithium-ion batteries were used was back in the 70s. So, if you look at that and you say, well, it's 50 years in the making, what's a new technology going to take? So, I think you can, don't lose any sleep over any new technologies. They'll be quite a while before they're ever commercialized, and we will have, I hope, 100 plants into production by that time. And it would be just, something that's not worth losing sleep over. And, Jim, I could go on and on and on here, but we will be attaching things to our podcast, and I don't want to take up everybody's time.
Larry, for people who are new to American Manganese, what are you all about?
We're a critical mining company that has been developing technologies for the last 10 years. First being manganese for our manganese deposit, and we spun off. That was the cornerstone of our recycling, and now we're reaching new heights. Our contractor, Cometco, is coming through with all the results that they promised, and we couldn't be happier on that. American Manganese is traded on the TSX Venture Exchange under the symbol AMY. It's traded on the U.S. Exchange under the symbol AMYZF, and it's traded on the Frankfurt Exchange under the symbol 2AM. We have all kinds of information for people that want to do due diligence on the company at AmericanManganeseInc.com. You can contact me at LREAUGH@AMYMN.com, or phone the company at 778-574-4444.
Larry, thanks a lot for the update.
Well, you're welcome.
I'm Jim Goddard. I was speaking with Larry Reaugh, CEO and President of American Manganese, on February 22nd.
Comments made on Company Showcase are an expression of opinion only and should not be construed in any manner whatsoever as recommendations to buy or sell any financial instrument at any time. Archived online at HowStreet.com. Company Showcase is a production of How Street Media Incorporated.